Welcome to this introduction to Canvas for Dr. King-Owen's courses. I wanted to walk you through what Canvas looks like and how you can find things just to make it easy. I try to make everything available to you in my Canvas pages, available no matter how you want to get to them, which makes it easy if you're accessing Canvas on a mobile device versus, say, on a laptop or desktop computer. So let's pick a class and jump in. Let's jump into anthropology. Let's say you were in that particular class. It'll always come to a landing page, and I have organized all of my Canvas content in pages. So the first thing that you'll see is a very large link to my pages, which we'll do in a moment. If, on the other hand, you're using a mobile device, modules are easier and fit better in the design of a mobile device. I have put links to all the other functions of Canvas. So if you just want to skip to find an assignment, to turn something in, if you want to skip on to a discussion because you know you have to post something, if you want to look at the syllabus, which is a list of all the due dates and the content in the order chronologically, quizzes, just to take review quizzes, and then a link again to modules at the bottom. Each of these has its benefits. If you know what you're looking for, it's often easier to go directly to a particular area and look for it. But Canvas doesn't always make that as easy. For example, quizzes are organized really in many Canvas pages by nothing in particular. They're just in the order that they are listed. Discussions is often the same. So you kind of have to know exactly what you're trying to find. Sometimes Canvas works really well for the calendar feature. On the left side, you click the calendar button. What you will get is a very nice layout of your courses and things that are due, things that are happening, things to read on those days. You can turn off and on which calendars you're looking at because sometimes it's overwhelming if you see all 5 or 6 classes all at once. So let's just say we want to look at anthropology. So I've clicked on anthropology and it just shows me what I'm doing every day. The way I design my classes is so that if you click on anything, it will tell you where information for that day's activities are located. I try to make Canvas very functional for people that no matter where you go, it will lead you to the appropriate location, lead you to the materials that you would need for that particular day. You'll also see that the calendar populates assignments that are due. So you see down here, these have little boxes that indicate this is a discussion, which means that there is a discussion due that day. My rule for all my classes, if I make an assignment due electronically, it's due by midnight. So 11:59 technically. Now, don't get in the habit of trying to like beat the deadline, thinking, oh yeah, I can get in there at 11:58 and I get the thrill of turning something in at the last second. That's probably not the best idea because you never know what could happen. Internet could go out, you know, kitty cat could bite through your cords, computer could freeze up, all kinds of things could happen. But midnight is my standard due date for anything due electronically. So just keep that in mind. Let's go back to the main page where we were. So we'll go back to anthropology. If you click home, it always takes you to this landing page. And I've limited the things that you can see on this side to try to reduce the amount of clutter that would be in your way. So I see a lot more than you do. So in fact, if I click on student view, I can show you what it looks like. Get used to seeing this layout here, just these few things. I think it's nice in Canvas that if you're viewing this on your computer, you get a to-do list because I put everything in the calendar. So it's great to have that to check off. And if you want to make things go away, you just X them out. It gets rid of that. In your account in Canvas too, you can set up how many notifications you would like. So if you are getting every single time I do something on Canvas, if you're getting a notification for that, you might want to turn that off. But maybe you only want to get notifications for, say, an assignment due or a discussion due. You certainly can click that and decide what you want Canvas to tell you about. Let's look in the pages. So I'm going to click on pages. I've organized all my units in the courses that I teach so that you can click on them and there'll be clickable links, essentially. This is almost like web pages to a certain degree. And when you do, it takes you to that unit's particular page. In all of my courses, I've created a navigation bar at the top. And the navigation bar usually contains some key information that's useful for the entire unit. So for example, key questions for Unit 1. There might be an AP-related handout for all of Unit 1. There might be some other links that might be useful for the entire unit. The middle bar and the third bar, the far right bar, are navigation aids so that you can click and go from Unit 1 to Unit 2, and then you can go back to Unit 1. I've tried to make this scrollable in the same way a web page would be, just to make it easier for you to move backwards and forwards within the pages. The layout of my pages is by day, and then by what kind of things that you're going to be doing that for that day. So you can see August the 24th, we're going to have its introduction, and I wrote a little paragraph so you know sort of like the gist of what we're doing. If there's a reading, I put none, or I'll put the link to the reading. I'll put the links to any videos that are available. So for example, for August 24th, I'm going to ask that you watch the syllabus video, which explains the course and all of my policies. If there's an assignment, it'll be there as well next to that. And for that first day, you're just going to fill out a sheet on yourself and tell me about you and what matters to you. Many of you have already done it because I've sent you these links before. And then the last one is vocabulary. And I do the vocabulary by, it's sort of chunked by unit or by topic. So these are all of the words that go with Unit 1. And so on the course of Unit 1, we will encounter all of these things on the side. Now, you might be looking and going, that first part's blue, that second part is white. DKO just like color, and yes, I do like color. I am color coding the weeks for you. So everything in blue is one solid week. This all white here is a second week. If there was a third week in Unit 1, it would go back to blue. And that's because I think many of you like to be able to see what will my week look like at a glance. So I've tried to do that for you to make it easy. If you want to go back to home and look for something, you certainly press the home button and do that. Modules will allow you to see the same things. It's not as fancy, but it is laid out there easily, and this works particularly well if you are trying to do a mobile device. So in the modules, I've got the PowerPoints, I've got any of the readings and the assignments that will be there. They will be organized in a way to help you find what you're looking for. You certainly can click on assignments and find them that way as well. You'll see their due dates attached to them, so it'll tell you when things are due. Any discussions linked there. Grades, not all that useful unless you're just trying to figure out if you are missing something or not. Sometimes Canvas, when you submit things from a mobile device, doesn't post them quite accurately. Mobile devices are a little problematic, and I have to go hunt for them. So I may not have seen it unless I go hunt for it. Of course, pages is that. Files, it's just all the files for the course. Syllabus, it's just gonna be a list of everything in date order, which is kind of useful too if you just want to see where it is. So that's the introduction to Canvas and where things are laid out. The only other thing you might see on occasion is if you email me from within Canvas. You can certainly do that. There is an inbox. I can't show you that because it's denied in student view, but certainly that could be a possibility for you in the course, that you could just send me a message straight through Canvas. At any point in time, if you're not sure where you are, just click on Dashboard. It will take you back to where you are course-wise. And then you can select the course that you're in and look at the materials for that course. All of my courses are roughly organized this way. If you ever run into a question or have difficulty figuring something out, just please email me. I'll be glad to sit down and talk you through it and show you where you might be going wrong. It may be an issue of mobile versus a non-mobile device, and I'll happily help you navigate through this. So please reach out to me, and I'm excited for this year as we are doing online distance education. I'm excited to see how this is going to work and see what you guys can bring. Hoping to see your A game, even as you are behind a screen. So best wishes. Good luck.